Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks to help you out a little bit on your sales endeavors out there. Now, if you come in and you view off of services the web design tab, you're going to notice a banner here to the top left that says view your web design portfolio. If you click there, it's going to take you to what you can use as your own web design portfolio. And if you've domain masked the system, then you would be able to have this portfolio off of your own domain name, which comes full with website web design examples that you can click in and go through. For instance, if I were to come into here and I wanted to click on an example of a web design project and view it, it would not only show me what that project would have looked like, but what it would look like in different devices as well, which is a really powerful tool for you out there whenever you're trying to close web design campaigns and people say, hey, well, can you let me know what the web design project would look like, what you're capable of doing, what are some of my options. And here, as you can see now, it will show you the same type of a website in the different mobile formats or tablet formats. So again, a very powerful tool for you to be able to come through and show people the different types of web design that you are capable of doing for them and different examples just to give yourself credibility. On top of that, if you wanted to show them some social media design examples you're capable of, from Facebook to Twitter to Google Plus design, you can come in and show examples of that. Or if you wanted to show them examples of the logo design that you've done before, you can do that. There's also content examples. If you yourself wanted to come in and see the content examples from website content to blog posts, articles, or press releases, you can come in and view what it would look like to see the content that we would be able to write for you as an example, or your client could. And on the top left, you see where it says Mobile Responsive Tester. This one's cool. This shows your client what their website would look like based on different screen widths. So it doesn't show them what their website would look like exactly in terms of an iPhone or a small tablet or iPad. It's basing it on the width of this screen, which is what mobile responsive design is based off of. Because not every smartphone interprets the website in the exact same manner. Just because it's incompatible with an iPhone doesn't mean that it's compatible with every single device in the world. Which means if your site does not respond properly based on width, then it won't respond properly to all devices. So you can come in here and put in your client site if you wanted to, hit submit, and it would show them what their site would look like. Of course, your portfolio is already showing in here, so you can show them that your portfolio, of course, is mobile responsive and well optimized in different devices. So that helps you to sell your web design services. Now, in terms of PPC, if you click on the PPC tab, you'll see that there is a little button on the top on the bottom left area for AdWords PPC Grader Report. If you click on that, it would give you a display box where you can continue on to free AdWords Grader. So if you're looking at landing a PPC campaign, you want to grade what they're currently doing, you can use this free PPC AdWords Grader by WordStream. You just have to enter in the information for the campaign and run this amazing free auditing report on the current SEO campaign that's running. That's an amazing sales tool on the PPC side. In terms of the SEO, keep in mind, if you, on the SEO and site audit report services, the sales help that we offer to you is amazing, as I went over in the previous video. From the keyword research that we do, to the local online presence report, to the competition analysis on rankings, to the site audit reports that we'll run for you, all in free, all in one suite in research that can be sent to the client in one single link. That's powerful. So I don't need to tell you any more about that because that was in the previous video. But a couple more sales tips and tricks. If you go to the document library, we have put some case studies in here for you to utilize to show your client what you would be capable of doing for rankings for them, and some examples that are general examples. And if you come into your document library, again by going to Resources, Document Library, and just search for case or case studies, you'll find case studies, which is in the miscellaneous category here, and you can view or download these case studies. If I just do a quick view on these case studies, you'll see what I'm talking about here. So if your client asks you if you can show them an example of some rankings that you've attained in the past and a little bit about what you've done, we don't reveal exactly what the company name is behind this, but these are actual case studies. So at least your client can gauge what kind of ranking increase they could be looking at, and this can help you to establish credibility. So again, this is in view mode, and if this was in downloaded, it would look a lot better. But as you can see, there's an example of an Austin plastic surgeon, a Miami dentist, a pest control company, an attorney, and their rankings that were there initially, the monthly search volume behind those keywords, and the ranking improvement per each month that you will see a percent ranking increase, competition, and what the cost per click on that keyword would be if they would have ran PPC on it. This is a great case study document for you to be able to use and take to your client whenever they're cornering you into a corner and asking you, what can you do for me? And can you show me an example of what kind of improvements you've made for anyone in the past? And although I touched on it earlier, I just want to remind everyone of another great little sales tip. Resources, document library, right-hand category, sales collateral. Don't forget about this sales collateral. This sales collateral is absolutely amazing. And in the other video, I showed it in the View Online version. But if you download it, look how crisp and clean and nice this sales collateral is. This is for the web design. It's mobile responsive, and this document for sales collateral is just amazing. This is what you give to the client. You could put your branding at the bottom of each page, and it tells them everything about statistics on why this service is important to them, why they should build a site, why they need a mobile responsive site as well as a good regular website, why mobile responsive is important because Google says so, what their competition is doing in terms of their online web presence, and of course it goes into the consultation you would be able to give to them, and a summary of what we do for the web design, and also summary of what we do in checkpoints, and what's next, set up a call with you, get on the phone, close them up. I mean, this sales collateral is absolutely amazing. You've got to download it. You've got to go through it. It'll help you to understand our services better anyways. Do not forget about that. All right, last sales tip I want to mention, resources, video library, right-hand side towards the bottom, you see that webinar archive? Down here, webinar archive category. So you go to resources, video library, down right-hand side, webinar archive. Click on that. We have our, depending on when you're tuning in, right now we have bi-weekly VIP webinar series running, but we're going to be changing that back to weekly. But if you come into here in this webinar archive, it really pays to get in here and pay attention to some of this stuff. You can come in here and see some of these older webinars that we've done on selling tactics, newsletter reviews, service updates. We've got other people on that are other resellers talking about pitching franchises and using the retail pricing module. There's a lot of really good videos in here that are older webinars or any past webinars about sales. For instance, lead generation software and niche marketing, how to get more customers and close them. There are 14 ways to get your foot in the door and close more sales. I mean, these are really powerful webinars with guest presenters that it's not pitching any services outside of ours to you. It's not trying to cross-promote anything. It's not that sort of a thing. These are just webinars and explaining to you more about our services, how to work with us, any service or systems updates that we have, and tips and pointers to help you close more services. So if you want to spend some time digging in our webinar archive, you can get some valuable information out of there. And the last thing that I wanted to bring up, now that I was thinking about it, also make sure that you subscribe to our blog. If you go to endlessrise.com/blog, you will see that this is where we release our announcements on what's going on with the search engines, what's going on with our company, what's going on with our services. And although it's not really a sales tips and tricks, some of it is. Like, for instance, announcements on how to become a keyword rockstar consultant, 5 mistakes webmaster makes and SEO providers make. These are great updates that we send out. And sometimes, if you're part of the blog newsletter, we'll send you out newsletters that you can send direct to your clients as well. So do make sure that you subscribe to the blog, and make sure that you're subscribed to the weekly and sometimes they're bi-weekly VIP webinars that we have as well.